Welcome to Black Renaissance, everyone. I'm your host, Kristen Ayers. Remember, you can always pitch us show ideas and see archives of these and other segments on facebook.com/Black Renaissance KBCW TV. We have a great show for you today. We're speaking with the multi-talented spoken word artist and motivational speaker, Brianni Blue. We'll also check out Tanya Holland's new soul food cookbook. She's the executive chef and owner at Oakland's Brown Sugar Kitchen. And we'll hear from Wesley Watkins, the founder of the Jazz and Democracy Project, which fuses music and civic engagement. And author Gloria Bailey-Ray will be here to talk to us about her new book on navigating corporate America. Let's get started. First up is Brianni Blue. Welcome, Bri.
Hi, Christian. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. We're so happy to have you. You are a spoken word artist, and I got a chance to see you on Verses and Flow. That's the TV1 show.
That is TV1, Verses and Flow.
You were fantastic on there.
You.
You have a very powerful way of communicating. What inspired you to become a spoken word artist?
You know, I started writing poetry, I'd say, back in high school. I really got into it in college. I was a part of the Alpha Phi Alpha scholarship pageant.
Okay.
And my talent was a spoken word piece. And I performed and I won. So I'm a competitive person.
Absolutely.
So it just kind of kept me going after that. I didn't really know anybody who did spoken word. So from then on, I really just hit the ground running. Open mics, college campuses, and so on. And once I realized I had a knack for it, it was pretty much the sky's the limit after that.
Now, you've actually been recognized as one of the best Bay Area spoken word artists this year.
Yes, it was the Bay Area
that.
BMAs, the Black Music Awards. I was voted Best Female Spoken Word Artist of 2014.
Congratulations on
that. Thank you. It
That's
was
incredible.
Totally unexpected to me. I mean, I do this because I have a passion for it. I try to provide a platform for other people to be able to do the same thing. So even with the accolades and the commendations, I never really paid too much attention to it. I just I keep it going. So to have that honor and be able to wear that crown, so to speak, for the next year until the next one comes along was phenomenal for me. It was a great opportunity.
That's fantastic. And speaking of keeping it going, you have an open mic show that you host weekly, Speakeasy.
Yes, I do. My husband and I actually created Speakeasy under our umbrella organization, which is Blood, Sweat, Tears, and Ink. And Speakeasy is our open mic. It's our weekly open mic. We do it every Tuesday night in downtown Oakland at Parliament, which is at 811 Washington. It's a minority-owned venue, so it really allowed us to come in and kind of do what we do. You know, we provide this platform for poets, comedians, musicians, and singers to come in and just be themselves. And that's really my biggest thing, whether it's performing or hosting or producing events, allowing people the opportunity to feel comfortable being them, doing them, saying what's on their heart, and being in an environment where they're not going to be judged for it or they're not going to feel a certain type of way, but knowing that this is home. I like to say it's people's home away from home. And for the most part, people really agree. So every Tuesday, I love to see who comes in next. You know, I do features twice a month and get artists who are a little bit more well-known and have a little bit of a following who can come in and shine.
That's fantastic. And you've also written 3 books. One of them we have right here, Destination Still Unknown Packlight. Is this the most recent one?
That is my most recent book. I published this book in January of this year. My prior books were published 2008, 2011. So each 3 years, I feel like I've made kind of another mark in my journey, and they're all poetry books. And they're all legs of my journey. And this one, my subtitle comes from the Erykah Badu song, Bag Lady.
Absolutely, that's right.
And it's, you know, my second book was Destination Unknown, so this one is still unknown. I don't quite know where I'm going.
Still moving along on the path.
Exactly,
Okay.
but I know I have to pack light, which means I have to shed all that baggage and leave all those old things behind in order to continue moving forward. And that's really what I'm trying to do.
That is powerful.
Thank you.
What are you trying to accomplish in the long run as a spoken word artist?
I guess you can say I'd like to be a voice for the voiceless. I'd like to be the person on, you know, a much larger scale as both a spoken word artist, a motivational singer, and orator, so to speak, that can tell people who didn't think they had the ability to speak, who didn't realize they had a thought that was worth hearing or worth expressing, or who forgot they had a voice. I can be that voice for you.
Absolutely.
I can be that person that you can look at. You can look at me on the stage, or you can look on TV and say, she said exactly what I was thinking, but I didn't know how to put it into words.
That's fantastic.
And that's what I would love to be for people.
Well, it sounds like you're already doing that.
I'm just trying to keep going and keep climbing a little bit higher and really network and meet the people who've already started paving the way for what it is I'm trying to do, because I'm not doing anything new. This is a formula that has already been created before me. I'm just trying to follow it and add to it the best I can.
That's right. Well, you're doing a fantastic job with
so
it,
much.
and you are just spreading the word. You have some very powerful performances and some incredible deep subjects that you
Yes.
cover. I mean, I watched your performance in Richmond.
At the Black Fire and Ice say
that was beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. You know, I speak on a lot of things that people think are controversial, which for me just gives me the power to continue speaking on them. You know, I say the things people don't necessarily want said, but that need to be said because we need accountability. We need to hold other people accountable. We need to hold ourselves accountable. So, you know, on my website, my breeblue.com website, I put my videos on there. I put my pieces, and a lot of people don't.
You got the plug in there. I like that.
I got that. You like how I just slipped that in there.
You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, Bree.
Thank
For
you
more
so
information
much.
about Bree, you can also go to her Facebook page. You heard her plug her website right there, but her Facebook page is facebook.com/Miss Bree Blue. That's facebook.com/Mrs. Bree Blue. We'll be back with more Black Renaissance after this break. And welcome back to Black Renaissance. Her restaurant is Brown Sugar Kitchen. It has been recognized and praised by CBS's The Talk, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. If you haven't been there, you are missing out on some fantastic fried chicken and some bangin' beignets. Now Tanya Holland has released a Brown Sugar Kitchen cookbook. Please welcome Tanya Holland.
Thank you.
I love your restaurant.
Oh, I
love both
appreciate that.
of them, B-Sides
Thank
and
you.
Brown Sugar Kitchen.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah.
And, you know, I call myself a brunchaholic, and I have to say Brown Sugar Kitchen is up there at the top. It is the top when it comes to brunch. So I was so excited to hear about your cookbook. Tell me what inspired you to put all of the recipes that you find in Brown Sugar Kitchen in a book.
Well, people kept asking. You know, for the waffle recipe, for the fried chicken recipe. And we also just felt like it was time. You know, we've been around almost 7 years, and we also have a great story that we want to share. We have great regulars that we're featuring. And yeah, it just came together very organically, just like the restaurant.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful book, and it's a
Thank
beautiful
you.
restaurant with great recipes.
Thank you.
We were talking about picking some of your favorite recipes in here. You said that's not totally possible.
No, you know, it's like picking your favorite child. I mean, I love them all. You know, I have a sweet tooth, so some of the baked goods, which one of my bakers helped develop, of course, I like. They're a little bit more detailed for, you know, the home cook, but yeah, we just had fun putting them all together and sharing them. People were like, "Are you sure you want to share them?" But you know, I always say that everybody's hands are different.
Yes.
You know, you're not going to have the same waffle maker that we have, and they're all going to turn out a
There's
little
no
differently.
chance.
They're
There's
just
no
a
chance that my
guide.
chicken
Yes.
is going to turn out like yours. It's just not going to happen.
No, that one
That's okay.
I think you'll come close on.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. You don't know my cooking. It's not okay. But I'm excited about this book. So tell me about, you know, we have the holidays coming up,
Yes.
and you always want to bring like the dish to some of these holiday parties. So what would you recommend in here? What are some great holiday recipes?
Well, we
that you've
have a
got?
chapter on just sides. I mean, that's one of my favorites, and that's one of the, you know, features of both restaurants is to have really good side dishes, and most of them are vegetarian, so that vegetarians can select something that works for them. So we have smoked yams.
My
you know,
favorite. Love
yeah,
those.
that one. I mean, that's classic for Thanksgiving, I think. We also have some yam wedges in there, which are a little bit simpler to prepare, and some roasted green beans. Those are two of my favorites for Thanksgiving.
Okay, we'll have
Yeah.
to check those out in here.
Yeah.
You have a lot coming up. I mean, you were just busy. You're running around all over the place, but you have a great program coming up on TV1, don't you?
No, TV1, I did My Mama Throws Down a couple years ago.
Tell us, okay,
Yeah,
you've worked on TV1 with
I
My Mama
have,
Throws
yes.
Down. Okay.
And yeah, that was fun. Ralph Harris was the host, and we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughs.
Always fun.
And I've been doing some guest appearances on The Talk, as you said, and the Today Show, and I love doing that. It's just fun to get out and reach more people, and also do some publicity for Oakland, where, you know, I have my 2 restaurants, and I live, and I just love that town, and it's great to get out there and show some positive things that are happening in Oakland.
So what's coming next for Brown Sugar Kitchen and B-Sides? you mentioned there may be an expansion happening with B-Sides?
Yeah, well, we have a space next door at B-Side. We've been doing private events. We've been having actually some performances that are kind of not spoken word, but more like storytelling there. And that's been really fun for us to kind of get people in there and perhaps building a bar. And then, you know, there's another cookbook we're thinking about down the road.
Right.
So yeah, just always looking forward, trying to keep busy and seeing what's around the corner.
You definitely always keep busy. I mean, I was just looking at just like the magnitude of the things that you've been doing.
I always say that Facebook makes it, and the media makes it look like I'm busier than I am. You know, you put some stuff
But
out
you've
there.
worked with Food Network and, you know.
Yeah, no, I keep, you know, I love this industry because there's so many things to do. So I've done some food styling traveling, written a couple cookbooks, done the food TV, and it just keeps it really interesting for me. And the restaurants, of course.
And so what do you see happening next?
Well, I'd love to do another Brown Sugar Kitchen, or 2 or 3 or 4.
I would love that as well.
In other locations, do a larger one so
Yeah.
that people can come in and don't have to wait all the time. I'm really flattered that people wait for the food.
It's worth
but
it.
it'd be really fun if we could. We had plenty of seats, and we can get larger parties in there and things like that. But yeah, we're really proud of this book. Michael Chabon, who's a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, wrote a beautiful foreword, and it was just printed in the New York Review of Books.
Great.
Like one of the first times since 1965 that they've printed something from a cookbook.
Incredible.
Yeah, so that's a big deal, and all the features on the regulars are getting a lot of great response, and so we're proud of this little book.
Congratulations on this
Thank
little
you.
book
I
and
know.
your little restaurant
Right.
with the big taste.
Yeah.
You've really done a lot just to bring West Oakland together with that beautiful space that has really just become kind of a community gathering place and a place to be for foodies. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
great.
and destination. I mean, people are coming from places beyond, which is
Absolutely.
really exciting for us to know that we're reaching that many people.
You sure are.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Thank
Keep it
you.
up.
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to read this and try my hand. I have no illusions that it's going to be anywhere near as
You're
good as
gonna be
yours, but I'll give it a shot. For more
Thanks.
information on Brown Sugar Kitchen and Tanya Holland, you can go to tanyaholland.com. That's tanyaholland.com. We'll be back with more Black Renaissance.